What's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marquita if you're new here, and on this video I'm going to be doing a clean with me. I try to do clean with me's on Thursday and upload them to my channel. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But I'm going to go ahead and film one today because we're actually having some friends over later today and I want to make sure everything is clean. I have a super busy day today. But first, if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll stick around and continue watching, and also give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump right in and clean up. You guys know I typically start in my craft room, but I think I'm gonna start in the kitchen area. And guys, this is the first time you're seeing a clean with me with my newly refreshed house. I kind of redecorated the place, at least downstairs I did. My husband built several new pieces, and so this is kind of your first time getting to see a clean with me with the newly decorated room. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. So again, let's jump right in and clean, y'all. I do not like cleaning, but it's got to be done, right? And so I'm going to start out by putting a load of laundry in. I'm also going to take some food out of the freezer because it needs to thaw out for dinner tonight. We're having chicken and waffles, and so I'll need to do that as well. And then I'm just going to kind of tidy up. It's not too bad. I'll show you guys the before. I've been kind of doing really good with keeping it together. So let's go ahead and get started by putting the load in, and then we'll work our way from there. Guys, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna do that by opening up these blinds, y'all. I gotta let some natural light in here, and so that way it just motivates me to clean. And then I'm just doing a quick scan of the room just to kind of see what needs to be done, and also to let you guys see the before. And so this is how everything looks, pretty clean. And I need to make my coffee, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my keto coffee. You guys know I am on keto and I am doing pretty well. And then I will go ahead and put a load of laundry in. So I'm just adding the laundry here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my detergent as well as my fabric softener, and we'll let that kind of simmer while I get my cleaning on. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and grab out this bin of laundry so I can sit next to the couch so I don't forget to fold it. All right, so I'm getting ready to make my coffee. You guys know how I love my keto coffee. Still going strong on keto, although I do have the occasional cheat, which is normal. And so I just want to let you guys know that I started making Starbucks tumblers. These are so cute. They're great to put your coffee in, and hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know what is going on with my autofocus. And so as you can see, it says At Home with Quita. It's rose gold. I have several options, and then there are some heart accents on the side, and then my name, of course, and some heart accents on the top. So I just launched these. They went live yesterday, which is Wednesday. And so I've got two of these. I've got an iridescent one and this rose gold one, but again, it is offered in several options, and this is what I put my coffee in. So we're gonna go ahead and make that coffee because I need it. So I just used the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. This is just the original blend. That's what I prefer. And then my MTC oil. This is the brand that I use. And I just squirt a little bit. I'm at the point right now where I eyeball it and I just squirt a little bit in, but typically it's a tablespoon. And then my power creamer. This stuff does have coconut oil and MTC oil and ghee in it. It's sweet vanilla flavor, and I eyeball this as well, but again, it's typically 1 tablespoon. And then my stevia sweet drops. Just add 5 drops, and then you're ready for the coffee. You guys know I use my single cup coffee maker because it's just me. All right, and y'all, I also throw a couple of ice cubes in there because I like iced coffee. I'm not a really super big fan of hot coffee. I like it to be iced a little bit, plus I don't feel like waiting. But you see all that fat floating to the top? I need to have it in the morning because it helps me to curb my appetite for when I break my fast, which is typically around 1. So it really does help me to have this coffee in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and just toss a couple of ice cubes in there and then wait for it to get cooler so that I can enjoy it. All right, y'all, I'm also going to go ahead and put on my fragrance for the day. You guys know I use these, I don't know exactly, diffusers, that's what they're called. And I have a little cup here that I use, and I put in there some water, and then I also put a fragrance in there. Let me go grab it really quickly. It is over here. So I use either some essential oil or I'll use this, which is awesome. This is my favorite stuff, y'all. This stuff smells so good. It comes in several varieties. So I typically will use this, and I will just squirt a couple of sprays inside of here, which is gonna be water, and then I'll pour that in each one of them. I have 3 to 4 all around the house, and it just makes the house smell nice and yummy. And then I also sometimes will fill up the sink with hot water, and I'll pour in there some Pine Sol or some Fabuloso. So I'll probably do that as well. So I'll probably boil the water first, and then I'll dump it in the sink, and that makes the house smell amazing. So just to talk you guys through a couple of changes, I took the blinds down here. You guys remember there were blinds there. I don't get a lot of natural light in my house. Let me show you guys the natural light. So right now I have on all of my lights on the top that a friend of ours installed because we don't get a lot of natural light in here. And so this is the regular amount of light we get. So we've got a little switch here that can dim it or turn it off. So I'm gonna show you how it looks with no lights on. And this is the main reason why I was contemplating moving, because I live by natural light, and for the last 10 years, we haven't had it. I'm not sure why those aren't cutting off, y'all. And so this is how our house looks during prime time of day. Right now it is about 12:30, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 1 o'clock. And this is the amount of light we get in our kitchen area. So by pulling those down, it has given me a lot more light. I also removed the blinds that were over there, which were the same shades, the wicker sort of shades. They were blocking out too much light. And so I put the faux wood blinds over there. So now it's giving me a little bit more light. So if I were to stand with the camera in the direction of the sun, this would be the maximum that I would get filming if I decided to do the whole natural light filming process. So that's why, and look at the living room. This is the amount of light we get in the living room. We do get a lot of natural light at the front of the house because that's where the sun comes in. The sun doesn't really come back here. And so this is the amount of light we get, y'all. So it's just a little bit drab and dark from time to time. I like to just keep the lights on during the day. I keep all of the blinds open. That's the hallway. We only have one window back there besides the bathroom. So I just keep these lights on as much as possible, at least dim down a little bit. That gives us a little bit more light, but this is the brightest it gets, which is awesome. And I have natural daylight bulbs, and so that helps. So I just thought I would kind of talk you guys through a couple of changes here in the kitchen. And of course, this beautiful table that you guys saw on Instagram. This is the one my husband built. We also do have a light here, which helps if I can get it on. And this table is gorgeous. It's my favorite piece. And then I got the metal chairs, and then I got a new rug, and then I got metal chairs here to match. So everything flows. This did come with 4 chairs. I couldn't get it in a 3 set, so I had to add the other chair over here in a random spot. I am working also on painting the kitchen, so that's probably next on the list. So the kitchen's looking really good, and I'm satisfied with the progress. I'm done spending now, y'all, because it's been a lot. And then this table here that you guys saw as well. And so you guys already saw the living room refresh, and that was a part of the living room refresh video, I believe. And nothing else has been done in any other room besides the paint you guys already saw. And then my DIY bar cart is over there, but you guys will see that during this whole film process. So I thought I would talk you guys through that just in case you had any questions. Although this is a clean with me, let's get back to that because you guys know I can ramble. So I'm gonna start, I already put a load in the washing machine. I'm gonna go ahead and put my oils over there in the smell good thing. I have one here, I have one there, and then I have one there, and I have one in my office. So it just helps again to have the house smelling really, really good. So let's go ahead and get this done because I do have an appointment I gotta get to around 2 o'clock. So we're gonna try to do an hour clean with me, and I think that should work. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill the pot up full of water, and I'm gonna set it on the stove, let it boil, and then I'll go ahead and pour it in the sink so that way we can get that fragrance going, making the house smell really super good. Okay, y'all, so I just wanted to come in real quick and let you guys know that I typically create zones when I'm cleaning. So I'll take everything out of one zone and I'll put it into the next zone temporarily until I can kind of get everything where it goes. So I'm gonna clear everything out of the kitchen, not out of the kitchen, but everything on the counters and things like that is gonna go on this middle counter right there. And then I'm gonna work off of that counter. That really helps me and it makes things kind of appear to be clean and it motivates me. And so that works for me. So I'm just right now taking everything off of the counters, unless it's like a dish or something like that or something I can easily just put where it goes. And I'm gonna put it there until I can work off of that counter to get everything where it needs to go. I'm also boiling the pot of hot water right now and I'm gonna grab the Fabuloso, add it to the sink, and then I'm rocking and rolling pretty much, guys. So let me add some water here. So I typically go between the baby powder fragrance and then also the Egyptian musk. Smells really, really good. So once that pot of hot water gets done boiling, I'm going to, I may turn this off so that I don't have conflicting fragrances because it will have that Fabuloso smell. But I'll keep this one on out here. I've tried a couple of brands of these, y'all, and this one seems to be the best one, which is Viva. This one holds up the best, so I went ahead and ordered a couple more of these. And it lights up as well, which is awesome. It can rotate with all different types of lights, or you can just set it to one specific color, and I typically like to put it on the white. All right, and then last one. So my husband just built my bar cart for me, guys. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. And I'm trying to see what the next piece is I want him to build. He's been building like a madman, so I don't really know like what I want next. So let me show you guys really quick. So by now you may or may not have seen the video of my bar cart redo and DIY video. I'm not sure in which order these videos are gonna upload, but I spray painted, or I stained it rather, gray, weathered gray, to match the dining room table because it's gonna go in the dining room. So I just got these last two pieces to stain. But it's looking good, y'all. So he's building away. Okay, another sidebar. I know there's a lot of sidebars in this video. So I reorganized my cabinet, y'all. And I'm so proud of myself. This thing was a hot mess. I didn't do this one yet. I'm gonna get there. It's not that bad though. But this one, I went ahead and bought these wooden racks from Amazon. And now I have a place to store the bowls and the plates very nicely. And I think it looks super good. So I have two more over here. So I have to decide, because they come in a pack of two, where I want these to go. And so as soon as I figure that out, I'll probably show that to you guys as well. All I'm doing here is just wiping down the counters with a little Clorox wipe. So I'm gonna wipe down the counters in the entire kitchen as well as the sink, get it nice and disinfected so that way it's clean. A lot of stuff goes in the sink and down this drain, so I definitely wanna make sure that I'm keeping that clean on a regular basis. And so that's all I'm doing here is just wiping those counters down and wiping that sink down. So I'm going to be adding this coffee maker to my bar cart. So I'm just going to take it into the dining room so I don't forget. And then just cleaning down that counter as well. But I thought it would be a good addition to add to that bar cart, and then I can roll it in the kitchen and make coffee, and it kind of stays out of the way. So that pot of water is ready. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in the sink, and then we'll get started on the middle counter and getting that nice and clean. But look, y'all, you can see that steam coming up off of the sink, right? It just makes the house smell so good. So I'm just going to clear this counter down again. This is kind of where I start with my zone cleaning, put everything on this counter, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start sorting things out and putting them where they go. Okay, so since we're doing lunches now for Addison, I decided that I'm going to turn this bar cart into a lunch cart, because I got my new bar cart now, so I don't need this cart for that. So I'm just going to take everything off of here, and then I'm going to get all the lunch supplies on this cart. And then once the new cart is done, I will transition all of the stuff onto that cart. All right, so for now, that's it. Later on, I'll fix it up the way I really want it. And it is gonna go in that closet. So that's gonna work out perfectly. It technically could go here, but I'm gonna put it in that closet. All right, so believe it or not, I do have everything in stations. This is gonna go in the new bar cart because it's gonna be a coffee/bar cart along with that. And then that is cleaning stuff, so that's gonna go under the sink in the kitchen. That's gonna go in the pantry. And then that's like miscellaneous stuff that goes all over the house. So yeah, so that's why I do the zones, and I just kind of sort things out, and so that way I can get things where they need to go. All right, y'all, so we are rocking and rolling now. I'm cleaning counters off, I'm wiping counters down, I'm putting things where they go. So I'm literally just kind of straightening up where needed and cleaning, deep cleaning wherever needed as well. And then I move on to the living room. Of course, you guys remember I did a refresh of this living room. Love how everything is working out. So I'm going to go ahead and just put things away where they go and fold all of the blankets, as well as laying some of the other blankets across the couch. I like to keep them there so that way when we get a little chilly in the living room, we can just grab a blanket easily. And then I do have a bin on my shelf behind the couch where additional blankets go, where the kids can kind of grab blankets as needed and guests can grab them as well. So I'm just going to tidy up that living room. And then I will sweep the floors in the little common area here and make sure I get all the trash off the floor. And then we're pretty much done. I've got a few more things to do. Floors, I'm not gonna mop today like I typically would. You guys know I am the mopper of the house. And so I typically mop maybe 2 times a week. And so I'm not gonna do that in this case today because the floors already look good. So I'm just panning across the room and showing you guys the after. Again, kitchen is done. And so now I'm gonna move on to the foyer. foyer. There's not much to do in the foyer. I'm just gonna pick up some things off the table, make sure the table is nice and clean, and then we'll be ready to move on to the dining room. I told you guys my husband built this cart for me, so again, putting that coffee maker up there, and then I'm just gonna store things here temporarily. I don't quite have an idea of how I want this cart to be organized yet, and so I'm just gonna put it here and back it into the corner until I get my mind right and I figure out how I want this all organized. So for now, that's where it'll sit. And so we are ready to vacuum. I use the Rainbow vacuum cleaner. It is awesome. It is a watered vacuum cleaner, if that makes sense. So you're gonna fill the reservoir up with water, and then you just vacuum your floors, and you have to empty the water. And it gets kind of gross sometimes, but it is awesome. I love the Rainbow. You can pour fragrances in there as well, so that'll have your house smelling really clean while you're vacuuming. So love the Rainbow. And so we're just vacuuming all of the floors. You guys know these are new rugs that I recently purchased, and so of course those have to be vacuumed. That's the only downside of having rugs. I typically like most of my flooring to be just a hardwood floor, and those can be a little bit difficult to manage as well, but I'm just pulling out all of the chairs so I can get in there really deep and vacuum all of these carpets. And sometimes I'll use some Carpet Fresh. I didn't use any today, but I'll pour a little on the carpet and then I'll vacuum that up, and that leaves the house smelling good as well. I love a clean smelling house and a good smelling house, and so the Rainbow really helps with that again, because you can put that fragrance inside, and then using different methods of fragrance, adding fragrances to your house really help to make me want to clean, and it makes the house smell really good. For some reason, y'all, my craft room always seems to be the dirtiest. As you can see, that's why I saved it for last, because I typically could just close the doors. You guys know these doors are barn doors that my husband built, and I could just close the room off. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean up as much as I can before my appointment at 1 o'clock. I'm doing a photography session for a grad, and I'm excited about it. So I've got to get there to the destination, and so that way I can take photos for her. But I want to get this clean just so it's off my to-do list. So we are just going to finish off this downstairs clean with me by doing my craft room. I decided to save that for last because I felt like it was the dirtiest. I don't know, I guess because I'm doing a lot of crafts in there, my craft room just stays really messy sometimes, guys. So I am just gonna go ahead and tidy it up. There's not that much to do in it, and to be honest with you, I don't do a deep clean of this room that often because I feel like tomorrow it's gonna be right back messy. So why do a deep clean when I'm just gonna mess it back up tomorrow? So I typically just straighten up my desk, and then I will push chairs in and sweep the floor and just kind of make things look really, really good. And so that's what I'm doing in this case, and that is the last room that we're doing. So we did the kitchen, we put a load of laundry in, we did the living room, the dining room, the foyer, and my craft room. So I'm feeling really good about what I was able to accomplish today. So I really love doing these clean with me's on my channel, guys, and I hope you guys really enjoy watching them. But we're done. Alright guys, so that is it. Finally finished. I had to do a little bit of a rush job in this room because I have something to do. But that's it for this clean with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, got a little inspiration out of it, and got off your couch and got a little bit motivated to clean something around the house. Cleaning is not my favorite thing, but it's got to be done. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know I'm a sweaty, hot mess right now, but I appreciate you stopping by my channel to catch another clean with me. Again, hopefully you enjoyed it, which means you will consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I did or anything I used. I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. And hopefully you will stop back by my channel to catch another video, in which case I'll see you then.